Hey, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And I just made my way up to the bungalow here and checking on how the system is doing up here, and I'm looking at my Victron app for all the devices. It went to float a little while ago, this 200 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery bank. It is pulling 75 watts off of a 400 watt array to hold it at 13.5, which is float. And I am currently using 76 watts charging up various devices for the day and running a light, so it's just holding it exactly at 13.5, not even touching the batteries. So I'm going to see what kind of trouble I can get into up here today. I'm sure I'll figure out something. And I'm just catching up with all the comments from yesterday's video where I have been mulling over tying 4 mismatched 12.8 volt 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphates in series to make a 48 volt battery. And as many of you suggested, is to verify that they can be tied in series, all the ones I've looked at to do that, and gone through all the manuals. They all support a series connection, so, and up to 4 for sure, all of them do that. So I verified that, and that's one of them, of course. And then the others are down here. That one back there, which is a mini, but it does have prismatic cells, so I'm not going to be throwing a I'm not going to be throwing a pouch cell into the mix. And this one as well. So yeah, they all support series connection, which is good. And the other thing many of you suggested is to make sure that they all start off at the same voltage. So they're all pretty full, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie them all into the smart charger, blue smart charger from Victron, and let them go to complete full. And I'm going to do that one by one, and it shouldn't take very long to do that because, like I said, they're all pretty full. So, but I'll start off with them all being absolutely 100% full, and then I'm going to tie them in series. So before I tie them in series, though, after they're fully charged, I'm going to also connect a 48 volt balancer to balance all of these. You know, every one of them will be balanced in the system, and I'll keep that balancer hooked up. And that was another recommendation by a lot of you guys, so that's what I'm going to do. I like that idea. And I guess I'll just say that this is my own experiment. I'm not advocating one way or the other. It's just that a lot of us end up with mismatched batteries, and I'm going to just do an experiment for myself and my purposes to see how that works, and I will share it with you. But yeah, I'm not advocating one way or the other. Just going to be a personal experiment. And many of you have also said that you have done this and are doing this with no problems, so I will do the test here myself and report back what I find and show you every step of the way. I'm looking forward to it. I'm supposed to have that balancer here in a couple of days after reading all of the comments, and mahalo for all of the well thought out comments. Even got a few hard no's in there on this experiment, but yeah, I feel like trying it, so I'm going to. So yeah, at my own risk, but I'm not too worried about it, and I'm really anxious to show you guys how it works here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go ahead and charge these batteries up. So then as soon as that balancer gets here, I can tie that in there, and then I can get on with my experiment. But I'll do that one first, and we'll test all the voltages across the 4 battery string, and I will let you know how it works. But I think it's going to. I can't see any reason, and then all the great stuff you guys have made me aware of, I'm doing. Like I said, I did like the idea of making sure that they all can be tied in series, that there was no disclaimer about that in any of their manuals. Of course, a couple of them were like identical only, but yeah, I'm going to take a risk. And it's a great day to get started on this. I'll be hunkering down. It's starting to rain pretty good. Not much solar coming in right now, but high and dry in the bungalow. So I'm going to start charging batteries. Yeah, very dark. Okay, so you're all familiar with my blue wall here. Got the 130 Smart Solar Charge Controller from Victron MPPT. What's it show right now? It only shows very little coming in, as dark as it is, but let's take a peek at it. 42 watts is what it says. Okay. And let me make some room here to get that charger in there. I'll just unplug here. Let's plug this charger in. So I got the Phoenix 12 volt 800 amp. And I've got the blue smart charger now charging this. And let's see what this says. Okay. Yeah, so you can see we're pretty full. 13.94. Please don't warn me about that again. And 30 amps going in. Oh, yeah, see, it's just going to go right up. But I'm going to do this to all 4 of the batteries. This is just the first one, and like I said, they were pretty darn full. This thing's going to go right up to 14.2 very, very quickly with 30 amps going into it. And that's what I'll do for all the rest of them, all 3 of them. So they all start off with the same full capacity. Yeah, so there it goes. And look, 14.2 already. And because it is a smart charger, the amperage is dropping down real quick, only allowing in what it needs to hold it at that 14.2 in its absorption charge. So I'm going to go ahead and let it top off all the way, and you can just see that how those amps just keep going down. I knew that was extremely full, or it was a full battery, but just for the experiment, I'm going to make sure that they all go all the way up, and then I'll tie them together. Yeah, dropping fast. It's not going to take long here. And those other 3 are full as well, but I'll give them the once over on the charger just to make sure that they do all start at the same thing, same charge. And taking a quick look at the smart shunt, 157 watts being pulled off of my system right now, with 70 some watts coming in off the solar panel. So not really touching this battery bank. Good day to go ahead and top these off, because it's just not going to take very long, and I'll have plenty of power to get through the night up here, which I plan on being up here through most of the night doing a few other things. So of course, when I'm doing this experiment coming up with tying these 4 batteries into series, I'm going to watch it like a hawk. I'll be up here documenting the whole thing, and I'll let you know what we come up with. So mahalo everybody for all the great comments on this. I'm excited about trying this. I'm not worried at it all, and I know I'll be sitting here watching it very closely for any kind of little weird anomaly that may occur, but I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be like a lot of you have said that are doing this type of a series connection with mismatched batteries. You're not having any problems, especially with the added security of a balancer to make sure all the cells are staying pretty well balanced together. So this is a new step for me, and I'm really excited to be trying it. So on this Aloha Friday, I hope you guys are having a good one, and we'll see how it goes. So that's what I'm going to do, hunkering down, charging, and a little house cleaning. Alright guys, have a good weekend. Yeah, and not even 5 minutes really has gone by since I hooked that charger up to that first battery, and you can see now the amps are down to 2.8 and falling. It's just not going to take anything to hold it at that 14.2 now, but I'm going to go ahead and let it go all the way till it just stops, and do that with all of them. So that's how I'm going to get it started. Yeah, I really love all the interaction with you guys. It's great. It means a lot to me that you guys do interact, and hopefully we're all helping each other. That's the goal.